old new house. Behind the gate. This is the best, for now, parking spot that there is. I don't need to cross the private crossing. I don't need for that gate to be open. Front ahead of me or back behind me. Yesterday, I picked up my Azure standard order at the park off the truck, and I got the pallet off the truck as well, and I got it home and matched it up with the pallet I got last time. And I realized that those two pallets together would fit pretty perfectly without modification into the bed of this truck. Why would I want to have my long bed be lined with pallets? Well, I think that in the long term they are going to comprise a bed frame. A floor for the habitation, whereas the shell will become the roof to the habitation. I also need to figure out, of course, what to do, if anything, with this here rooftop tent. Maybe it mounts on top of the trailer. Maybe it gets sold off for pennies on the dollar. Who knows? But anyway, I think if I take those pallets and insulate them, and then run the insulation up along the sides here, and maybe insulate the shell as well, that it's going to be watertight, wind tight, and heat tight. And turn this truck into a bare bones beginning of a Vardo gypsy wagon. Habitable. It's kind of my way of playing so hard. Of slowly beginning again to creep. after a long, cold winter. Can you hear my bones? Can you taste the color red? Can you touch the rabbit from here? It feels like I can. And the only thing I've got to transfer those experiences, or attempt to transfer those experiences to your mind, is words. Maybe the objective correlative of this image that we're looking at together right now. Anyway, this feller here will be out of my space and way in just a moment. And though it may not seem like it to you, I've actually got work to do today. Employment, gainful or no? Probably no. So I'll see you later. Job mission accomplished. At least the first part of it. I think when it comes to this particular abandoned piece of ranch, this is as close as we're going to find to a perfect spot. I've got a double wall against me, cutting the interstate hiss to pretty much zero. There's a little bluff right there that kind of shields this particular place from the rails. About the worst thing I could say about it is it's not completely in out of the wind. You can probably hear that. But depending on the exact nature of the south or the west or the southwest wind, it's better than most spots. You can see the residential works. The ramshackle ranch houses, all clustered over there toward McClaw's. That's a good mile and a half away at least, and across the tracks. So that makes it nice and lonesome. And here's the reason that I'm so free. My loving baby is through with me. Okay. Nothing too special about this place, except that it's a frontera of sorts. You can see it's naked to the railroad eye, and pretty much just as bad to the interstate. But on this side of the wire, I don't think we're on the rancho of the cemetery people anymore, or maybe even anybody's rancho at all. It seems like a leftover scrap of land. If I had to guess, it probably belongs to the Burlington, Northern, and Santa Fe. I don't think anybody's going to care in the least if there's some old geezer out here walking it. So I like that about it. It's relatively convenient. Parking right down there too somewhere. Again, it's not perfect, but I don't know what is. The pretty little white rock that'll show up in the thumbnail. It's about the 7th or 8th one I looked at close today, and the first one I pocketed. It has something to do with the fact that it's pure, unblemished white on one side, and then on the hidden side you can see little chips and cracks and striations. Metaphor in there somewhere. I'll let you figure that out though.